morning. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I am Jana with Crochet Crafts by Jana, and it has been a little longer than I have wanted. It has been a crazy past week since I've seen you guys. I won't go into details, but good lord, if it ain't one thing, it's another. There's just been crazy events that have needed my full attention. So I have been able to crochet a few things, but not as much as I would have liked. So I guess we'll go over those first. And the first thing I will be showing you is this pickle. I wanted to try out that green yarn I got from Michael's. I think it was Sweet Snuggles Light. And I really like the way it came out. I love the little mouth. I haven't been able to do it yet, but I want to print out the little cards to put around him. I don't know if I'm just gonna, I don't know how I'm going to attach to the card. I know I'm thinking about adding little arms and then putting it in the arms, but I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it. But so far, I just have this pickle done. And I do really like this yarn. I think it works really well to make pickles. So if you see fuzzies flying around in here, I mean, that's what Sweet Snuggles does. But here is the pickle. And then I was also able to make an axolotl. I made a blue one because I really love these blue colors. My favorite color is blue, so I was about making blue. So here is this little axolotl. Oh, and by the way, the pickle was free-handed. I didn't follow a pattern. And then this axolotl, if I'm sure you know, it is by Sweet Softies. And then I'm sure what you've been looking forward to, if you saw it in the thumbnail, is the Light Fury dragon from How to Train Your Dragon. So this is the pattern by Snugglebeans Crochet. It's her Zazzy the Dragon pattern, but I altered it to look like, she doesn't have a name, they just call her the Light Fury Dragon. So I basically did everything the pattern says, except she does the creator, Snugglebeans Crochet. She has a mod on her Instagram for the wings, and I think there were some other things as well, but I free-handed the horns. She only had these big ones and two small ones, and then she didn't have actual like spikes down her back. It's more sleek, and same thing with her tail. It's not like super jagged or anything, so I free-handed those bits, but for the rest of it I did follow the pattern. So this is how the Light Fury came out. I did do a little mistake. I made a little mistake. So I remembered that I used 30mm eyes on this dragon, except I used a different crochet hook with this yarn. I'm pretty sure the dragon I made before was either 5 or 5.5. It was 5mm. And when I made this one, I used a 4mm hook. So it came out smaller, so the eyes look absolutely huge. But I think it still works. I mean, they have big eyes, so I'm not super worried about it. But yeah, this is the Light Fury dragon. Get a full rotation here. I love this dragon pattern. It's so fun. It's super easy to understand, and I don't know how I feel about this wing mod. They're kind of floppy, which I guess isn't like terrible because they are wings. They're meant to flop, but I don't know. It's almost a bit too floppy. I think I might need to stitch it down a little bit more, but I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, here is the Light Fury dragon, and I do have most of the toothless dragon made. Here is the body parts. So here's the body, and then in here I have really all of the body parts, like the legs and the horns. The only thing I have to make is the head, because I also made the wings. The only thing I need to make is the head, but I have not made it yet because I do not have 30mm safety eyes that are green, and that's what he has. So this has just kind of been hanging out on my desk. One of the things I did crochet I don't have with me because I already sent it in the mail to my aunt, I don't know how you pronounce it. I really go back and forth. I think I'll go with aunt just because it sounds more formal. But I sent this to my aunt, and I have some video footage and some pictures here that I'll show you. It is a washcloth that says this. I'm not going to repeat it. I'm not going to cuss. So my aunt is one of the best, most amazing people I know. Anytime you need any help with anything, she is there. You could always rely on her. She's the best. And she is so sweet and so nice, but she does curse like a sailor, which is kind of funny. And the top and the bottom word are words she uses a lot. And she is also a very clean person. Like, she keeps her house so well kept and clean all the time, and she never uses anything apart from washcloths when like doing dishes. I don't know if she'll actually use it. She probably won't want to ruin it, but so I wanted to make this washcloth for her. I felt she would really, really love it. So that was one of the gifts I had made for this upcoming Christmas. And like I said, I already sent it out. It's all packaged up and in the mail, in transit to her. I really hope she loves it. Next up are a couple more gifts. So these are gifts for my mother, and I know my mother, one of my biggest supporters, is watching right now. So Mom, close your eyes. Okay, up first, are they closed? Okay, everyone else, I made this for her. This is I think it's called a slouchy beanie. So, but basically it's a beanie, and she was with me when she picked out the yarn she wanted, and it is, I believe, Sweet Snuggles Light. I'll put it on real quick. I just need to find the back. There it is. Don't judge me too much. I don't look good in hats. Okay, so here it is. You can see it doing its little slouchiness in the back, but I really like it. Like, it's super warm. It's really good for the winter. Super soft. I love this yarn. Okay, I'll take that off. Mother, you can look now. So yeah, I made that for my mother for this Christmas. She sent me a couple different, like, well, I'd asked her, like, what do you want me to make you? Because money's tight. I know I can make you something. So, what do you want? So she sent me a couple of those kinds of designs of hats, and I do like the look of those, and I think I might make myself one just because I do really like it, and it's really nice on the ears, keeping your ears warm. So I really like that. But I also I was scrolling on my Facebook, because sometimes, like, I'm on a lot of crochet groups on there, and sometimes, you know how algorithms and stuff that'll show you all, you know, things that you like, and I came across a video of this pattern or tutorial on how to make this cute thing that I'm going to gift my mother. It's another gift for my mom, and I know she's watching, so Mom, don't look. Close your eyes right now. Here it is. I really love this braided look. You make a bunch of strands, and you make a total of 5. I was thinking, I mean, obviously you can alter that if you want. So, and then you attach them to this hair tie here, and then obviously you can, you know, I don't know how this works. I don't really do anything like fancy with my hair. So, but yeah, I love the design of it. And it did not take like super long. Okay, Mom, you can look. But so I made one of those for her, and I expected it to look different when I actually started braiding them with the different colors, because on the video they used a different color for every single strand. And I wanted to go with like a theme of like 2 colors. But whenever I started braiding it, you can kind of see that it kind of went off and it wasn't very even, and that bugs me personally. So I got this yarn, a gradient one, and I'm going to be making another one for her in this gradient just in case she doesn't care for the color of that. But this is like a, let's see, what is this called? I think it's called Shadow Multi. Y'all know how I am with trying to read the color names. You know I struggle. I really can't. I'm pretty sure Purple Impression. I don't think that's right. Anyways, so this is impeccable, and I got this at Michael's, and I felt like this was going to be also a good option for making that kind of head piece, whatever. I don't want to give it away yet because I know this is coming out before Christmas. I'm sure she didn't even close her eyes though. But anyway, so yeah, that I'm also planning on making one of those with that. Okay, I think that is everything I've made. I still have not finished my Gengar because if y'all saw my last video, I was on the struggle bus trying to find yarn after it ran out, and I think so I'll get it real quick. Okay, so last time we talked, I got what I thought online was the same yarn, and this is what they sent me, and I was like, whoa, yeah, no, that's not the same. So then I went back, my mother and I, when we were getting that, she wanted to pick out the yarn for her hat, we were looking again for the right purple, and once again all they had was this one. And luckily there was a worker that was walking by, and I was like, and I had scrap with me of this one, and I was like, I know I'm not going insane, I got this yarn here, but every time I've come back it's not here. And she was like, oh, that's interesting. And she helped me kind of look around and try to figure out, and like maybe look in the back for like extra yarn that maybe that was hanging out. And she was like, no, I can't find that yarn anywhere. And I'm like, I feel like I'm going insane. So the next thing that was available, that was there, that was close, was this yarn. But if you look at the comparison, this yarn is huge compared to this one. If you look at the strand, look at that, it's huge. And it was like, well, I suppose that is better than that because you can really tell the difference in color. But with these, you know, it's basically the same, just this one is a thicker yarn. So I was like, okay, I can try to make this work. I tried, and it was so hard. I'm not gonna lie, because of how much thicker it is and having to really put extra thought into the round counts and the stitch counts and trying to match it to the size, it was just not working out as well as I'd hoped. So I had to set it aside and, you know, just think about it and try to motivate myself to continue, until today after work I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna last Hail Mary, I'm gonna go to the other Michael's and see if maybe they have it there. And what do you know, they had it. I was so excited. I was so excited. And this is the that Michael's I went to, that is the one that I had been going to before when I first started crocheting to get yarn. And I'll show you the footage here compared to the like on my yarn haul video. If you look at this Michael's I went to today, the shelves are like barren. There's not a whole lot of options. That was only one aisle. I forgot to get the other aisle. But it is like always like that. Always. I'm not even kidding you. But I mean, I'm so excited that they had the yarn I needed, which is right here. Right here. And looking at this yarn and looking at the label that was also on this one, it is the same yarn. I think they just changed, like, you know how some companies change a formula or something? That is what they did. They definitely changed it because now all the shelves are getting filled up with this shimmier looking one. A shimmier, is that a word? A more shimmier. Anyways, they're filling it up with this yarn and getting rid of this one, and they only had one left at the other Michael's I went to today. So that made me so relieved, and I'm just so happy because it's not even like I needed a butt ton more of these. I just needed at least one ball, and I'm gonna have plenty left over because all I needed to do left was the spikes. So in my next video, I bet you I'm going to have that Gengar done, and I'm so excited to have that Gengar done. That is like that was one of my main projects I was super excited to finish. Set all this yarn over. Oh no, it's everywhere. Yeah, this yarn is thick, and I don't know what I'm going to make with it. I really have no idea because it's so thick. I can't think of anything purple that I would make with it, if I'm being completely honest. I don't work with yarn that's this thick. The thickest I go to is that and Bernat Blanket. I did use Big Twist Plush, but that was for like a really big project. It was for the purple octopus, the realistic anchor octopus. And then I also used Big Twist Plush for a ditto, and I wanted it to be big, like pillow size. But other than that, I really have no idea what I could make with this color. So if y'all have any recommendations on what I could make with this, please let me know, because I have no idea. Maybe a big eggplant. I don't know. Not a whole lot made, but I do have something on my list as well that I want to try and make. I got the yarn right here. It is this Bernat Pipsqueak yarn. It's that very fluffy kind, for like teddy bear kind of like. So I got that, and then I also have that tannish color of Posh, and I saw this picture of this brand called Jellycat, and it's just a bunch of stuffed animals. At my last market, there was a woman who said that some of my stuff kind of reminded her of Jellycat, and I was like, what on earth is Jellycat? And so I looked it up, and I saw that. And I was wanting to create a new pattern, and I saw this lamb by Jellycat and was like, I really like that. I'd like to crochet that. I'd like a crochet version of that. So I think that's going to be on my planner to create a pattern. I don't know if I'll do a tutorial or a paid pattern. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I think it would look really, really cute with this Bernat Pipsqueak yarn, because it's super fuzzy and soft. And when you think of lambs, you think about, you know, their fur and all that. It's super soft. So that is on my list of to-dos. I don't think I mentioned this, but the Light Fury and the Toothless is a custom order. It's actually one of my family members. She had reached out and asked if I had made Toothless or a Light Fury, and I was like, I've made Toothless, but not a Light Fury. And she was like, could you make me both of those? And she was like, not necessarily by Christmas. I know it's kind of late, but maybe for after. And I was like, sure. And I was really excited to make the Light Fury dragon. I love it. I love the dragon so much. I need to put it in a shot. What am I doing? There's the Light Fury. Kind of see it in the background over here. Because the yarn was buy one get one half off, I decided to get this yellow color because I think I want to make a Pikachu. It's like all these Pokemon I've crocheted, and I haven't made the most popular one. So I have this for a Pikachu, and I also will probably use it to make a Psyduck. But we shall see. I am piling up my list of things to make before I'm even finished with a lot of things already. I just wanted to show you that's also on my list of things that I would want to make. Like I said, I know it's not a whole lot, but it's better than nothing, and what life had to throw at me recently was insane, and like I said, it needed my full attention. But now that that is mostly over with, I can focus back on crocheting, which is what I did today. And after I went and got that yarn, I worked on the Light Fury and finished that. And now I am going to go straight to the Gengar now that I have the yarn I need. I'm so excited to get that done. I am so excited. I also got these when I was at Michael's because I don't know about you guys. These disappear on me all the time, so I needed more stitch markers in my life. I don't think I mentioned it yet, but right now it is Thursday and there is only 6 days till Christmas, which is so crazy. I feel like it came up on me so fast. Oh my gosh, I got fuzzies on me. That scared me when I saw it in my camera. I'm excited for Christmas. I am excited to spend some time with family. I really want to create a pattern for something else, and that is why I got that stuff for the lamb. But if anyone has any suggestions on what they would like to see me make a pattern for, please let me know in the comments. I don't think I mentioned it in the previous video, because in my previous video, I just told you about the memberships and all of that, where you can sign up and get like badges and fancy shout outs. I don't think I had done it yet, but now it is up if you want. I set up a merch store, so now you can get like hoodies and t-shirts of my cat logo on there, and I also created a logo of a crochet hook with some yarn that like spells out that the yarn is attached to the hook, and then it goes off the strand and says like love. I just thought that was super cute. I know if it were me, I'd be like, ooh, I want that. If you haven't yet, you can check that out. I think it's linked to all my videos. Speaking of shout outs, obviously I gotta shout out my members. That's amazing. I never in my life thought that I would, have a YouTube channel where I talk about crochet stuff and people actually be interested and like enjoy my videos, but also have like members that want to support me. It's just so cool. So shout out to Katie Sprinkle, you're amazing for being a member. Hannah G, thank you so much for becoming a member. And Wendy Powell, that is awesome of you guys to join my little community and become crochet friends and crochet besties. It makes me so happy. It warms my heart, and I have no words. Y'all keep me going. I almost forgot to mention that in last video I showed you the custom puppy I made, the one-eye black puppy. This past weekend they came and picked up that puppy, and they really loved it. It was actually not them themselves. They asked a friend to pick up the puppy for them just because they lived a bit farther away, and their friend lived close, like almost down the street. But yeah, when I sent her the pictures of how the puppy came out, she loved it so much. She couldn't have been more thankful for that custom puppy. So yeah, I almost forgot to mention that, and I'm so happy that she enjoyed it. But anyways, guys, I appreciate all of your support. Thank you for hanging out with me, spending some time with me, checking out what I've made so far this week. I love chatting with you, really. I like to hang and chalk. I like to hang and talk with you about crochet. It's just something I really enjoy, and I'm happy you guys enjoy it as well. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!